Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Is this working? Oh, man, I'm so nervous. I've never done anything like this before. It feels really weird to be talking to you all out there. But I hope you're all. I hope you're all getting by with the lockdown, not finding it too tough. I've been all right, stuck up here in my little studio, making a bit of music, having some fun. But yeah, I'm going to try and teach you how to play a few classic White Lies songs on guitar. We had a few requests come in via Jack, so I'll maybe do those ones first. And yeah, maybe you guys can write requests in the comments. I'll check those. I'll answer a few questions, and we'll see how we go. By the way, I've never taught anyone how to play anything on guitar before, so I'm as new to this as maybe some of you guys are at playing guitar. But let's see if we can muddle through. So the first song I'm going to do is Unfinished Business from our first record. The way I'm going to do this, I think, is to maybe teach you how to play the chords, what's going on with the song in that way, like so that if you pick up an acoustic or you sit down at a piano, you should be able to figure out how to play the song and maybe sing along to some stuff. Yeah, so Unfinished Business is really simple. It's one of the earliest songs we wrote. So can everyone hear the guitar, by the way? I hope you can hear it. If not, I'll turn it up a bit. So it starts on an E chord. Just give me a second, darling, and then it's G sharp minor to clear my head. Just put down those scissors, baby, on this single bed. So the first part is just those two chords, and then it changes in the second half. I've completely forgotten the lyrics now. Just give me a second, the sand in the hourglass is running low. I came through thunder, the cold wind, the rain, and the snow to find you awake. That's a C sharp minor by your windowsill. A sight for sore eyes, B, and a view to kill. That's F sharp minor. And then it goes back to this for the second half of the first verse. So, if I slow it down a bit, I'll do the chord a bit more slowly. So the first chord is E major, big open E. The second chord is a G sharp minor. So it's on the 4th fret, a bar chord, but the minor. And then the other chords are C sharp minor, B major. You could play that there, or you could play it up here. F sharp minor. Oh, by the way, when we play this song live, we drop it half a step. So by the time we get to the chorus, I'm going to really struggle to sing this. It's going to be way too high. I'll give it a go. So yeah, that's the verse. And then the second half of the verse, on the recording, the electric guitar part is basically exactly the same. It's just you play the chords up really high. So you play just the top 3 strings. You play that E on the top 3 strings there. So same shape as down here. And I like to use a bit of this, the Bigsby or the whammy. So it's just the same chords, just up an octave. And then you go to the C sharp minor, B. And then before the chorus, it's a big open E chord. Oh, by the way, we're going to leave this video up, so if you miss anything, you can always rewind it. I think we're going to... I haven't figured out entirely how to do that, but we're very new to this, but I'm sure someone will figure it out. So yeah, then the big E chord before the chorus. You've got blood on your hands, and I know it's mine. I just need more time, so get off your low, let's dance like we used to. That's high. Forgive my singing there. So those chords are A major, B major, C sharp minor, And if you're doing the bar chords like me, that's just the 5th fret major, the 7th fret major, and then the 9th fret minor. And then the second half of that chorus is slightly different. Instead of the B, it goes down to an F sharp minor. Like that. So altogether it's, you've got blood on your hands, and I know it's mine. I just need more time, so get up, let's dance like we used to. But there's a light in the distance waiting for me. I will wait for you, so get off your low, let's kiss like we used to. So that's the chorus. Hopefully you got that. And then the second verse, the guitar part is it's just this like skippy thing, like funky thing. I think it's because Charles was playing this like marching kind of skipping rhythm in the bass. So you just kind of play along to that on the guitar, and again it's the same chords. It's just the chord shapings are up here. So that's just E major, just the top 3 strings. And the picking pattern is sort of, so I'm not playing this very well actually. I'm better out of practice. And then the second verse is just how does the second verse even start? I can't remember the lyrics. It's terrible, isn't it? I think out of the context of the band, I always find it so hard to remember lyrics. Sometimes I find it really hard to remember them anyway. On stage, I'm sure some of you have noticed that. Yeah, and that's the song pretty much. In the final chorus, I play this like little 16th note thing on the guitar. And in the second half, I think it plays another octave like higher up, which I add when we play it live. And that's kind of it. Like, White Lie songs tend to be pretty simple on guitar. Like the guitar's kind of, I mean, I think I'd say I pride myself much more in being a really solid rhythm guitarist than a lead guitarist. And yeah, it's something that I've never given too much thought to teaching people how to play these, but I think that most of them are pretty simple. So even if you're not great at playing the guitar, you should be able to pick up at least some of this. So I think that's unfinished business. To go over it again very briefly, just the chords in the verse and the chorus. It's E major, G sharp minor, and then C sharp minor, B, F sharp minor. And then the chorus is, well, there's a big E before the chorus starts. And then the chorus is just A, B, C sharp minor, A, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, and that's the song pretty much. Yeah, hopefully some of you can pick that up. Maybe you could send us some videos on Instagram or whatever of you guys playing it. That would be really fun. Let's see what you're saying. Good to see some people from Brazil here. Love from Germany, great. The chords after the chorus, if you're talking, so from Guitar Shadow, Time to Give. Oh no, that's Time to Give. Maybe I'll do that later. But that's a tricky one, Time to Give. It's one of the hardest ones to play. So we got some requests for Big TV as well. So I'm going to do that next. This one starts on a B flat minor or A sharp minor. And it goes, I had to remember this today. I had to spend a bit of time playing it, practice it. But it goes like this. So B flat minor, slow I'm gonna settle down slow. E flat minor. Down to the hum of A flat major or G sharp major. Hum of F minor. Electric life and soul. Faith in my hand to trade, but for the word and the life a bitter saint. So, to go through those chords again, that's B flat minor or A sharp minor, 6th fret bar chord, and then E flat minor, which is the 6th fret bar chord from the 2nd string, and then A flat major, F minor, and then before the chorus we chuck in another cheeky chord, which is D flat major. I think it's kind of a funky chord. I think we threw it in there so the chorus sounds better, basically. And then is my guitar a bit out of tune? People have been mentioning that. This isn't my usual guitar. It's my lockdown guitar. Is that better? Okay, yeah, the chorus for Big TV. So in the first chorus, when I on the recording, I think it's just big chords. But I'll tell you what the chords are. Get me one, but I can't work for free. I've got a room downtown with a bed and a big TV. So that's F sharp major, 2nd fret. G sharp major, so 2 frets up. And then A sharp minor. I keep flipping between flats and sharps. I'm really sorry for that. So that would be actually G flat major, if I'm going to stick to flats. G flat major, A flat major, E flat minor. And then it goes back to the A flat major, and then G flat major. So I'm going to do it from the beginning of the chorus. It goes like this. So you can get me one, but I can't work for free. I've got a room downtown with a bed and a big TV. There's another cheeky A flat major thrown in there before the chorus turns around. And so when I play this live, or when I play this, I think on the recording as well, it's just like big power chords here. And then the second half of the chorus, so the second chorus is just the same but an octave higher. And you play at 8th notes. And those are the two choruses. So there's a lead part, little part in the second verse, which I do live. I'm not even sure it was on guitar actually on the recording, but it's just this little bit. I think it's like kind of fits in with the vocal, I think. Settle down slow, down to the hum of electric life and soul. It's basically the same notes, so it just kind of follows the vocal. And then there's the middle section. Let's see if I can remember this. I don't think I played this live, but I think there is some guitar on it in the recording. Goes to E flat minor. What does it do next? Oh, that's it. Hang on. Oh, I can't remember all those chords. I'm sorry. So why can't anything be real? Oh, that's it. Emotional like the movies feel. So bring me to the hand of fate. So bring me to the hand that's the middle section is E flat minor, F major, C sharp major. Oh, D flat major. Sorry, I'm going to do this in flats. Let's do this in flats. Do it properly. E flat minor, G flat major, D flat major, E flat minor, A flat major, and then yeah, let's do the solo. That's quite fun. It's like we always call this the Marks and Spencer's guitar part in well, just in general, just sounds like Marks and Spencer. It sounds like that Marks and Spencer's advert about the really good chocolate pudding, whatever it was. So that's it. So it's like, I think it kind of sits on the pattern for like the scale there, the blues scale or the pentatonic or whatever. But you just play that extra note there on the 7th fret. Or maybe it isn't the blues scale at all, actually. So that's 6th fret. Sorry, 7th fret to the 6th fret on the B string. But you kind of, I don't know, you kind of pull off it. So that again is the 7th to 6th, and then the 7th to 6th, and then between the 6th and the 8th on the string below, the G string, and then the last note is on the D string, 4th fret. So that should be pretty clear. And I think that's pretty much it for that song. Like, yeah, most of the time when there's a guitar part in a White Lies song, it's just the guitar playing power chords or some sort of chords and to a rhythm. I'm just going to check my messages to see what Jack sent that because I think Jack did a poll online or something of the songs that you guys wanted to hear. But I'll look at the comments as well after I've done a couple more, and we can decide on our last one together. So Big TV, Unfinished Business. So people wanted to hear how to play Hurt My Heart. Hurt My Heart's a difficult one, actually. And it's not because it's particularly complicated to play. It's because it's really fast. So you have to, and I think it sounds way better if you play all the power chords with downstrokes. So this might take a little bit of practice. It certainly took me a long time to be able to do this consistently live. And maybe some of you even heard I often make a few mistakes on this one. But the song, again, I mean, we always use chords that are kind of, when we write songs, we try and match the key of the song to my voice. So often it'll be down like half a step. This one is as well. Like it's actually in E flat minor. So a song like this actually might be easier to play if you tuned your whole guitar down half a step. But I'm going to show you the chords anyway, and I'll show you what I play live and on the recording, and see how we go. So I think this song starts on the major actually. Found my way. Yeah, E flat major. And then G minor. Found my way under your world. I tried to change. I tried to unfold. But how I miss. So this next bit. So yeah. So to go over that again. Sorry. E flat major, which is the 6th fret bar chord on the 2nd string. Or if you want to play it up here, it's the 11th fret. Under your world. And then G minor. And then the next section, there's a little guitar part here. It's very simple. It's just like you do a bar chord, but you just play the top 4 strings, and the chords are G sharp major or A flat major, which is on the 4th fret. So that's A flat major, B flat major, G minor. That's the next section. Na, 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 you have to remember the rhythm there. Like, I think the easiest way to do that is just like sing it along in your head or whatever, and then you can kind of kind of figure out what the rhythm should be. But that's how it kind of lands with the words. When the phone rings. Oh, maybe I did it wrong then. I'll sing the lyrics. Yeah, sorry about that. I can't remember them. Like if I'm playing, especially if I'm playing a section of the song, like I always need the bit of the song before it to remember what I'm singing. Like singing lyrics correctly on stage is a ragged edge for me. I'm always so close to getting them wrong all the time. So yeah, but yeah, that's I think it's like when you feel that sting. That's right. When you feel that sting when the phone won't ring and you miss a groove and it's really not true. You miss a groove and you listen to. And then this is the next section, which is C minor. But this is where it gets a bit tricky. This song, because you have to play it in. You have to try and play these power chords for all downstrokes. You know I need it. I lost all my feet. Hang on. I've lost all my feelings. Make me whole. I need it. If only to heal it. Make me whole as I try. So yeah, that section is C minor, B flat major, F minor, E flat major, but then it's all the downstrokes, and obviously loads of distortion. I don't have any pedals here, unfortunately, so I'm just playing through a kind of crappy practice amp. But you guys get the idea. And then the next section after that. A flat major. I try to hold my heart. F minor. So A flat major. I'm going to tune my guitar after this, I promise, because it is kind of out of tune now. A flat major, F minor, E flat major, G minor. And that's kind of the whole song. That's all the sections. And then all that's left really is that solo. And the solo is kind of easy. It's just playing the vocal melody pretty much. And you just do like a lot of bending. So like the vocal melody is do I need it? You bend that note. That's kind of the trick. And that's kind of where the solo ends. So that's just like up here on the 10th and 12th fret on the D string. You just bend that note up a bit, like half a step, and just wobble it around a lot. Yeah, and that's it for Hurt My Heart. Let's see what songs do you guys want to hear? I'll do maybe, let's see. Morning in LA. Morning in LA is super easy. Actually, I could do that very quickly. Fire and Wings. Fire and Wings is a tricky one, and I might do that because I think it'd be hard to figure out Fire and Wings. Death is super easy. Farewell to the Fairgrounds easy, and Death, I could do those two. Swing. So many suggestions. All right, let's. All right, I'll do a bit of Morning in LA because that's kind of easy. That's just the verse is just two chords. Which is E major, C sharp minor. I'll have to wake up of a little painful. All that street noise the city's makeup, too heavy for me to shake off. It's A major, F sharp minor, D major, which is the chorus chords. That's is it morning in LA? I need to talk to my friend. Or maybe night time in Shanghai. Tell them what I'm feeling. And the only other section is you kind of do the chorus, but with slightly different chords in that breakdown. This is D. Is it morning? This chord is like a. It's like an A, but you just play it with the third in the bottom note, second note of that. I need to talk to my friend, or maybe night time in Shanghai. Tell them what I'm feeling. They all got disconnected, and I'm left hanging on. So C sharp minor, E major at the end. That comes at the end of every chorus. And so if you got all of those, then you pretty much got that song. It's pretty easy. What other songs? So Fairground and Death, those are kind of easy as well. Fairground, you remember the drum part in Fairground. Doof, ja, doof, doof, ja, 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 ja. So you just play a C sharp minor chord, top 3 strings. So just on the 9th fret, just bar it off. And that just kind of follows the drums. The light's still in our eyes. If you want the chords there, I think they're. Sorry, I don't even play this bit. Charles plays it, but I think it's C sharp minor, E major, F sharp major, A major. And then the chorus is just like big guitar chords like stab. And that's an A major. Kind of similar to Unfinished Business, actually. A major, B major, C sharp minor, and then G sharp minor, B major. And then the breakdown is just. And that's keep on running, that bit. And that's B major, C sharp minor, but you're just playing power chords here. And then the second half of that middle section, it goes to this big E major chord, and then F sharp minor, G sharp minor, and then kind of go on the octave. Farewell to the fairground. These rides aren't working anymore. And that's kind of it. It's kind of simple, that one. Death is death. Like, we use a little trick that it's like kind of where I think it's probably the first time we did it, where you do this like palm muted stab thing. So to palm mute, you just have to put your palm on the strings, like right close to the bridge. And you kind of just mute the strings a little bit, and then you do little stabs. So the drum pattern is I can't remember. So it's just like stabs on those snare hits, and so yeah, that's how you do that. The verses. The verse chords are G, D, C, E minor. I think they're slightly different in the second verse, but that should be pretty easy to figure out. They're kind of variations of that. And then the next section is. I'm frightened of dying. Relax, yes, I'm trying, but fear's got a hold on me. So that's B minor, but we're just playing power chords here, so it's just on the second string, it's 2nd fret, and then up to D, 3 frets higher, 5th fret, G on the 3rd fret, bottom string, A, 5th fret, bottom string, C, 8th fret, bottom string, and then the chorus. The chords are the same for the chorus, it's just the first one you strum them, it's kind of quieter chorus, and this is another thing we love to do in White Lies, like use this Bigsby, whammy, whatever, like bend those strings, maybe use a ton of reverb, ton of delay, whatever. And that's G, B minor, E minor, B minor, D. But then over the very last chorus at the very end of the song, it kind of goes back to the verse chords a little bit. Yes, gonna hold on me. Yes, this spring's gonna hold on me. And that's it for Death, pretty much. It's a pretty easy one. I might do a little bit of Tokyo, actually, because I know none of you guys are really asking for it. It's quite a simple song, but I have been asked it by a friend of mine. I think he's watching, so I'm going to give it a little go. It won't take too long. The Tokyo starts in B minor. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. And we did kind of a weird thing here. Like, I don't know, we're trying to be really clever, but when you go back to that B, it goes into B major with that sus. So you get this over the top of it all. Starting to fray, there's nothing new to crave. So we're going to do that again. That's B minor, bottom string, 7th fret, the minor chord, bar chord. F sharp minor. E major. B major. But if you can get that sus in there, it sounds even better. And then B minor again. F sharp minor, 2nd fret minor. Open chord, E. B major again. And then to the minor for that little run into the chorus. So B minor just for that bit. And then the chords are super simple. The only tricky thing is getting the timing of the D chord right. So it's just big open chords, open G chord. Call Tokyo, call New York. So it's G major, D major, A major. Really simple chords. But the trick is getting that D major right. Call Tokyo, call New York. It's like slightly on the offbeat, so you can hear that kind of syncopated thing. And that's that song pretty much. So I'll go over that one more time. B minor, F sharp minor, E major, B major. You can skip out the B major, B minor thing. Like, I don't think it really makes much difference if you're playing on guitar. And then the middle section is just B minor, G major, D major, D major, A major. So B minor, D major, A major, B minor, G, D major, A major. Get me London, get me soul, say it's me who's calling. Girl, I'm lower than a dog, and my angel's falling. You get the idea, and then it goes back to that chorus. I'm seeing so many requests for getting even, so maybe I'll do that. Would you guys be up for that? Getting even. Can I even remember this? Um, So if you go, I need to you can only be me. If you stay just a bolt in the boat, then you'll never know. Then you'll never know. I can't even remember this. There's so many bits of this song I don't play, so I don't know the chords. I don't play it live, I mean. But I know that the verse is, well, I think it's actually dropped down half a step. I can't remember whether we did that live to save my voice or whether that's on the recording as well. But it's in E minor, could be E flat, but this is a rough guideline. So the verses are. I think those are the chords. So if you go and leave the street, we can only be Listen to songs. I can't remember the next bit. We can forget, even after all this, destiny of conscience. So those chords, I know those ones. C sharp minor, A major, E major. I can't remember the bit in between. It goes a little bit when the singing starts in the chorus. So you have to forgive me. Maybe you guys can figure it out and let us know. And then the middle section is. Which is just kind of sounds like Fatboy Slim actually. It's D major, A major, E major. You're the worst part of the best of me, best of me. But I think I play these chords actually with the bottom string as well because it makes it sound like fat. Yeah, and oh yeah, Fire and Wings. Fire and Wings is because it's a tricky one. Maybe I'll just do that quickly. Fire and Wings, you just the opening is just you start with an open D chord, D major, and you just move up the frets, like first to the 4th fret here, and then up to the 5th, and that's the verse pretty much. Now, I need to go drop D for this. How to use that whammy if you've got one. And then the next bit is so you're just barring chords using that open D. So you're just putting your finger across the whole thing. And you start on the 7th fret, which would be, I guess, an A. All the brave, and down to the 5th. It's down to the 3rd. Waiting for the world to end. Just following those, just kind of following the melody, I guess. Shouldn't be too hard, that bit. Waiting for the world to end. then the same again. And then you go back to this bit before the first chorus. Waiting for the world to end. And then it goes down to the D. It's super easy, this song. It's just open D chords. So if you tune that bottom string to a D, it should be pretty easy. Obviously, it's going to sound much better with a ton of distortion on it, but... And that's the only hard bit. You just got to bend that note up there. Fourth, the G string, 4th fret. You just bend that up. And then chorus. And all the bravest boys are waiting for the world to end. So the only difference there is you go up to that C on that little the change in the chords there. So I'll just do that again slowly. And then there's that bit just kind of follows the vocal melody. It's just on the G string again, 4th fret, up to the 5th, down to the 2nd. And then it's really easy to hit the next chord. You don't have to get your fingers ready. It's just hitting that open D. So. I don't know whether I bent it or not, but do either way. And that's Fire and Wings. Bigger Than Us. Okay, I'll do a bit Bigger Than Us. Then I'm going to wrap this up because I've been on for 40 minutes. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Even though it is lockdown, we haven't got anything else to do. So Bigger Than Us. Again, when we play this live, and I don't know, maybe this is a good tip for anyone who plays in bands out there. Like, it can be a real struggle to maintain your voice when you're on tour. So you should always consider, if you're struggling with a song, dropping it down half a step, because it doesn't really change the song very much, but it really can save your voice. And I don't know, worth bearing in mind. It's pretty easy to tune things down half a step because you just tune all the strings on the guitar down half a step. And like most keyboards, you can tune it to whatever you want. You could tune it, so you could tune it down half a step super easy, and then just play it the same way. That's kind of what we do. So worth bearing in mind anyway. But I'll do it in the original key, which is the one on the recording. So I think it's in B minor. It starts on B minor. Now I always forget which note to start on without any of the other instrumentation. That's it. So it's B minor. You took the tunnel route home. You've never taken that way with me before. So A major, G major. If you wanted to play it down here, you could. You took the tunnel route home. You've never taken that way with me before. Did you feel the need to change? Na, 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 na. I don't need your tears. I don't want your love. I just gotta get home. And I feel like I'm breaking up, but I wanted to stay. Headlights on the hillside, don't take me this way. I don't want you to hold me, I want you to pray. This is bigger than us. So that's just G major. And I feel like I'm breaking up. D major. But I want it to stay. A major, E minor, Headlights on the hillside, don't take me this way. Yeah, and that's pretty much the whole song. Again, I don't really play in the middle section, so I know I just played its like guitar part. That's it. Sorry, I was just remembering which frets I play it on. So that's just 9th fret on the D string, but we put the octave above it on the B. That's kind of all the guitar parts. Like at the end of the verse, you just strum that B minor chord, like it's you know, it's a classic White Lies thing again. Just like strum it, a bit of Bigsby, loads of reverb and delay, and the chorus just loads of distortion and power chords in the 8s. And I feel like I'm breaking up, and I want it to stay. Headlights on the hillside, don't take me this way. The only tricky thing there, I guess, is the D chord, like, kind of comes on the offbeat. But yeah, you should be able to figure it out from that. Anyway, I think I've had enough playing guitar for tonight. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, maybe I'll answer a few questions. Wait, we'll see one there from Mylan Simonis. How many guitars do you have? I actually don't have that many guitars, like 4 or 5. I have a few really nice guitars, and that's it. Like, I don't know. I'm not a hoarder of guitars. I don't really need to collect them or anything like that. So, let's see what else on. Switch the lights on. I could switch the lights on, but the light is behind me, and I think that's going to make things worse. Do I have a favorite fuzz pedal? I do. Who's asked that? Alan Maldini. My favorite fuzz pedal is the FZ2, the Boss one. It's like, I'm not sure they make anymore. I don't think they're crazy expensive though, but they're kind of really lo-fi, kind of sound a bit shitty, but they're just great sounding fuzzes, I think, and they're just super awesome. Love it. Let's see what else. When are we finally touring South America again? Who knows? Like, everything's so up in the air. We did kind of had some plans to come to South America, and then I think this has just put the brakes on everything for us at the moment because we just don't know what's going on. But as soon as we can get out playing again, we will be, and we'll see all of you guys very soon, I'm sure. So hopefully that's something to look forward to amongst all this lockdown craziness. Let's see. When will we play another gig at Rock City in Nottinghamshire? You know what? Probably not. I mean, definitely we'll be playing here at Rock City in Nottingham when we next tour. So whenever we next tour, we love Rock City. It's a great venue. Yeah. What else? We're going to make a drum tutorial. That's for Jack to decide. I heard rumors that Jack's like practicing a few bits and bobs at home, so maybe he's getting something ready to teach you guys. That would be really cool. Maybe I'll call out Jack right now and say, you've got to do this too, man. Come on, teach these good fans how to play the White Lies songs on the drums. A song I love at the moment. What have I been listening to? Let's have a quick look. I really like, what new records have I listened to? I really like, I mean, I've been listening to loads. I always listen to loads of old stuff. Like I've been listening a lot to Computer World by Kraftwerk. I think that's a great record. A record called Aquemini by Outkast, really awesome record. I really kind of like the new LaRue record, I have to say. I don't know if you guys are into that, or if there are any LaRue fans out there, but it's pretty good. You should check it out. Let's see what else. I've been listening a lot to I like the new Bombay Bicycle Club record. I don't know if any of you guys listen to that, but it's a really good record. I'm enjoying that. What else? I listen to a lot of Bach as well. Like, just that's kind of what I do at home in this lockdown, is practice my piano. I think I feel very lucky to have something that I can do for hours in the day and not get bored of. Let's see what else. Am I going to do a solo project? Probably not. I don't really have the capacity to do that much work, I don't think. I rely on the other guys to get me out of bed and onto stage every day. So, what's our favorite venue? So many good venues. We played some great venues to this late last year. I really enjoyed that concert hall in Copenhagen. I love the Vega in Copenhagen. We love Brixton Academy. That was such an amazing show. One of our favorite venues. But to be honest, the venue's so dependent on the crowd. It's all about you guys. And if you have a good crowd, you can play anywhere. So, yeah. Let's have another look. Well, what else are you guys asking me? God, the questions are flying in so fast. It's hard to keep up. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a milk stout by Wiper and True. This is a nice beer. I can highly recommend it. Favorite song to play live? I always go through different favorites. Like sometimes it's Death. Like it always gets an amazing response. I love playing Bigger Than Us. I love playing some of the songs from the new record. Time to Give is always a great one to play because it's kind of challenging. So it's always entertaining to play that on stage. You always have to think quite a lot. Let's see what else. Do we like Mexico? Yeah, we love Mexico. Mexico is one of our favorite places to be in the world. So, and hopefully we'll be back there soon. Do we listen to Tool? I listened to a Tool record today, and I don't really know why. I just put it on a random, Lateralis. But yeah, occasionally. Me and Charles were well into Tool when we were teenagers, so kind of listen to it every now and again. What's your very favorite venues to play in the States? It's a tough one. We've played loads of good venues in the States. We loved the El Rey when we were in LA this time. And I don't know, Music Hall of Williamsburg we played before, a few other places. Like, yeah, we've played a lot of great venues in the States. And to be honest, venues in the States are often much better than ones over here. So we're happy just to be there. Tips people who aren't too good on guitar: practice, and just remember, like, it doesn't need to be super complicated while you're playing. You can be really simple. Just play the chords and sing the song. Like, as long as you can get the song across and sing well and kind of tell a story, that's all that matters. When did I start playing guitar? I played guitar when I was about 40. Started playing guitar when I was about 14, 15. My first instrument was the violin, which I played from the age of 4. And then I picked up the piano around the same time as the guitar. But the guitar kind of took over because it was the coolest one. And you could make loads of racket with it. I started listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix when I was a teenager. So that's kind of all I played when I was a 14-year-old. But it was always good fun. The NH clap. Do you know what? I will do the NHS clap, but I'm not going to do it online. I'm going to do it outside the front of my house. How many albums would you like White Lies to make? Yeah, that's a tough one. It just depends how long we can keep going. It's we've been going now for 10 years, which feels like something that we'd never do. And so I'd fully expect for us. I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't carry on going for another 10 years. So maybe we'll have another 4 or 5 records at least. We'll have to see. Who have you enjoyed touring with the most? We played with so many great bands. In terms of the show, I think some of the big shows that we toured, like Kings of Leon and Muse and Coldplay, those shows were super entertaining for us and great to watch because we were so young and we still had so much to learn about performance. And I think that they taught us a lot, those bands, just from watching them play. But we played with one of our first ever shows in London was at the Scala with a band called Deus, who are great. And I think it's hard to beat that. Bands like that. It's just an honor to play with cool bands, but that's happened hundreds of times, and there's just too many to name. But we often try and get bands that we like on tour with us, supporting us, especially like Boniface. I don't know if anyone saw them play with us, but they're great, and it's always fun playing with those boys because they're really nice. Let's see. Would we ever do a cover of Africa? I don't know about that. It's quite tricky, I think. All right, everyone, I'm going to call it a day. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do this again sometime. Maybe we'll get a list together of some of the songs we didn't cover. Maybe I'll show you how to play some of them on piano. Maybe I'll show you how to play some of the synthesizer parts or something. I don't know. Depends how long this lockdown goes on for. But we'll figure it out. All right. Lots of love, everyone. Stay safe out there. We appreciate you all. Thank you.